Hey guys, it's Bliss here with a pick a card reading. We have 4 piles here, and each pile contains a message from an angel. So this is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a minute to pick a pile using your intuition and not your eyes. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Once you've picked a pile, skip to that part of the video using the timestamps down below in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, group number 1, your message comes from, let's do this. Comes from the angel of creativity. There. This is a feminine energy that promotes imagination, visualization, and manifestation. Often when she shows up, it's either to encourage us to be creative and or that our path/purpose includes being creative, or to let us know that we're blocking our own creativity. Okay, let's see what message she specifically comes with. Okay, so as you can see, okay. For this reading, she comes with a message that you need to ground your energy. So I'm gonna read the card's description here, if you can see that. Okay. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. So I'm seeing an overactive third eye chakra rather than a block. Are you spending too much time daydreaming? Are you spending a lot of time thinking and visualizing? I'm seeing worry and concern. This makes sense given what's happening in the world right now, especially. This in itself can actually block your creativity. Overly worrying and being overdramatic can cause imbalances in the chakra system as a whole, really. The angel of creativity is letting you know that you need to ground yourself and balance your energy. Put your creativity to good use rather than focusing on worst case scenarios. How can you be part of the solution rather than the problem? So let's check out the next 2 cards. Okay, so this first one, so you can see it. Okay. And the next we have here. Okay, so the next 2 cards are teaching and justice. With these 2 cards for this specific reading, I'm seeing the angel of creativity guiding you to be more informed, but not to overconsume things like the news and social media and rumors. It's good to be informed and up to date with local world goings on, but keep it balanced out. Maybe keep it to just a half hour or an hour a day, rather than watching CNN all day, every day, and or talking obsessively about your concerns with friends and family and coworkers. In addition, there's nothing wrong with informing others of factual information if it helps, calms, and protects them. So let's check out the last. You know what? Move this over. This over. Okay, let's check out these last 3 cards. Okay, so well, actually. Okay. Might hear my kitty Misty yelling in the background, as she likes to do when I'm doing readings. Okay. So the last 3 cards here are Broken Heart, Patience, and Attachment. So I'm seeing a call to let go of the things that aren't working for you and or society as a whole. Looking at the astrology for this year and just the state of the world, major shifts and changes are already taking place, and a mass spiritual awakening is in the works. The Angel of Creativity is letting you know this process will feel a lot smoother if you allow yourself to go with the flow and let go of old attachments and ways of thinking and being. For some, this may feel like the end of the world. And in a sense, it is. It's the end of the world as we know it. And now we're moving into a higher vibration of being, known to some as the quote-unquote Age of Aquarius. This shift may feel uncomfortable and even scary to some, but feel into patience and compassion. Grieve if you need to, but do it from a place of healing rather than fear. So that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye! All right, group number 2, your message comes from, see if you can see her. There we go. The Archangel Haniel. I'm just going to hold her up there because when I move it, you can't see from the glare. So she comes with feminine energy and spiritual gifts such as intuition and the 4 clairs. She is associated with the moon, specifically the full moon. So she helps you to release negative energy and old patterns and beliefs that don't serve you. Okay, so let's see what message she specifically comes with for you. Okay, we have go for it. So the message Archangel Haniel has for you is go for it. So we'll read the description on the card. Here we go. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. That down because my arm's getting tired. Okay. So, at this, I think I hit my camera. So, at this specific time, the world overall is going through a spiritual awakening, whether they realize it or not, and you are likely feeling this energy and or are already aware of what's happening, at least to you specifically. You may just be coming into your psychic abilities or are finding that they are growing stronger. You may be releasing old patterns and beliefs at this time as well. In any case, Heniel is letting you know you're safe and ready to go for it. If you've been thinking about doing card readings for others or sharing your psychic gifts with others, go for it. Now is the time. Or if you're simply interested in learning about spirituality and psychic gifts and so on, go for it. Or if you're simply interested in learning about spirituality and psychic gifts and so on, go for it. This is part of your path. If you're interested in teaching about spiritual topics and psychic gifts and so on, go for it. Okay, let's see what the next two cards have. Okay. So we have Spiritual Teacher. And Study. You can see that. The glare. Okay. So the next two cards reiterate this message with the Spiritual Teacher and Study. If you're at all like me, you'll get a lot out of doing both simultaneously. One of the ways I personally learn the best is through studying with the intention of teaching. So when I study a topic of interest, I'll make notes and write rough drafts for teaching purposes. This may not be your jam, and Heniel isn't saying it should be. Just that now is a great time to learn and or teach about spiritual topics that interest you. Okay, so let's see what the final two cards have. Okay. And so with the final two cards we have here, so all tied up, and the garden and the gate. I think I have cat fur there. Heniel is talking about taking advantage of the quarantine that is going on all over the world at this time. This is the perfect time to take advantage of the abundance of free time and lack of distractions to learn and or teach. This is the time to learn/teach new things and or strengthen your gifts and practices. The excuses have been stripped away. We now have all the time in the world to practice yoga and meditation and to read and watch educational videos. Oh, and there goes my light. Sorry about that. Continuing on. Right. So this is the perfect time to become aware of and use your psychic gifts. And to those of you who are still hard at work for the benefit of the rest of us, such as medical staff, postal workers, waste management workers, first of all, thank you. And secondly, whether you know it or not, or believe it or not, you are directly a part of the global spiritual awakening that we're going through. Regardless of your job title, you are a light worker. Your light is not only getting us through this time, but is going to have a lasting effect. Your work is bringing forth unimaginable blessings. I genuinely thank you for your service. So that's all I have for you, group number 2. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye! Okay, group number 3. The angel that wants to give you a message is... see if you can see that up close. The Archangel Azrael. Let's leave him up here for now. So he helps with all aspects of death, loss, and transition. Like the death card in tarot, Azrael is not coming as an omen of physical death. He's more like a grief counselor. Again, this isn't necessarily in regards to physical death, although he can help with healing and support in that form of grief. He can help with all forms of loss. A few examples are the end of a relationship, the loss of a job, personal transition, or coming to terms with someone else's decision that may affect you. Azrael comes with deep compassion, patience, and peace. Okay, so we'll put him over here and see what message he has for you specifically. Okay. So the message Archangel Azrael has for you is to ask for help. So I'll read this. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. Okay. So ask Azrael for help if you are going through any form of loss, grief, or a transition. Ask him for guidance and to bring you a sense of peace in regards to your situation. As mentioned in the previous 2 readings, the world is going through a spiritual awakening right now, and it can feel very scary. Some people are sick, and some are experiencing grief due to this illness and loss of life. And if this is you, my deepest condolences. Know that the Archangel Azrael is with you and your loved ones to bring you peace and guidance during this time. As part of this spiritual awakening, illness and loss of physical life are not the only things we're experiencing. We're quarantined, self-isolating, and physically distancing ourselves due to the pandemic, but we're also experiencing a loss of life as we knew it. And this is causing a lot of feelings of grief. Archangel Azrael is here for you, and he wants to help. All you need to do is ask. Okay, so the next card is freedom. Put that there. So this next card talks about feeling that loss of freedom. We're either being told by the government to quarantine ourselves, or we're choosing self-isolation. Some have lost their jobs and have a fear around money as a result. Or you have paid leave, but are still struggling with the loss of freedom. Humans as a whole do not like feeling out of control or like we don't have a say in what happens to us personally. Right now, a lot of us are feeling like we're losing our free will and freedom to even just leave our own homes. We're being told not to go to work or to see our friends and even family. We feel like we've lost the right to choose what we do and who we can be around. And for some, this can be a serious struggle. In addition to asking Azrael for help, you may also find it helpful to shift your attention to things that you can currently control, and the things you can currently appreciate and enjoy. For example, you can still call, text, and video chat with your loved ones. You can still go outside and enjoy the fresh air, or go for a car ride, and you can still play with your pets and or children if you have them. I live alone and have chosen self-isolation, and I'm enjoying being creative, learning new things, playing with my kitties, and giving my house a proper and thorough cleaning. So, lastly, we have, see if you can see that, the Thinking Woman. So this card is about overthinking and being too much in your head. If you're constantly reading about the pandemic or other stressful news online, or watching CNN or some other news station 24/7, Azrael is lovingly suggesting that you dial it back. It's smart to be informed, but traumatizing yourself by inundating yourself with constant global goings-on isn't doing you or anyone else any favors. Ask Azrael to help you with peace of mind, letting go of what's lost, and adapting to the new world that we're moving into. So that's all I have for you, group number 3. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right, group number 4. The angel bringing you this message is, let's see if you can see them, the Archangel Chamuel. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. So Chamuel soothes minds and provides strength, courage, persistence, and determination. He can also be called on in matters concerning tolerance, understanding, forgiveness, and love. Okay. So Archangel Chamuel's message for you is the ocean. So I'm going to read the description real quick. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all your cares and concerns. So, Chamuel has come to help soothe and heal your cares and concerns. As mentioned in the previous messages, our current global state has caused a lot of concern. We're concerned about health, the economy, and seemingly most importantly, toilet paper. That last bit was a small joke, but the many concerns can feel very overwhelming, and Chamuel is here to help with that. He's here to help soothe your concerns and to remind you that you are strong and you will get through this. When you find yourself struggling, call on Chamuel to help soothe your mind and provide you with strength and courage. So the next 2 cards, so we have Creative Expression and Artist. I'm gonna move these over. Okay, so these 2 cards here are encouraging you to tap into your creative side. For some of you, this is a call to get creative with problem solving. Are you out of toilet paper? What's a creative solution? This is also a call to journal and or express your concerns in works of art. This can be very healing. Or maybe you could benefit from a distraction by focusing your creativity on things that bring you joy. Paint a pretty flower or write a poem. Heck, write a book. Chances are you've got the time if you're quarantined. Okay, and finally, we have Blossoming Abundance. And the Temple Path. So you are being blessed with an abundance of spiritual support. Ancestors, family, and friends in spirit, Your spirit guides and angels are all around you, helping and supporting you. Chamuel is also letting you know that the seeds you sow and the choices you make during this time affect your personal and spiritual growth. And again, as mentioned in the previous messages, we're going through a spiritual awakening on a global scale. And with these two cards together, it looks like your spiritual growth is both massive and a part of your purpose here on Earth. This is a time of personal, mental, and spiritual expansion for you. So expand your mind and allow your concerns to wash away. So that's all I have for you, group number 4. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye!